All right, so here we go. We're going to begin. You're going to start on your backs this morning. Slide the block underneath your low back, like on the lowest setting. Yeah, give yourself some support. You could have the other block nearby too. If you have two, that's great. Yeah. Have your feet about hips width distance. Yeah. You're going to take your arms and robot them for just a brief moment, like, create like kind of like a cactus with your palms facing one another. And then you're going to feel a little lift of the upper shoulder blades and kind of shimmy them together. And then from your elbows to your fingers, you're going to drop your forearms down and then straighten your arms. And you can have your legs bent in half to a 90-degree angle. It's a little less aggressive on your low back. So you can decide how much or how little you want to work. Yep. See how that feels. Yep. Have the feet kind of anchored to the mat. Have your palms connected to the earth. Close your eyes for a brief moment and just feel the elevation of your low back kind of pressing into this block. I find this very supportive for the lower back. As the seasons change, you wake up in the morning and everything feels kind of stiff and creaky. This is a really nice way to kind of work into our practice. So Ujjayi breath, as you all know, inhale through the nose to the back of the throat. Exhale through the nose to the back of the throat. And just feeling the link of your breath. Right now, you're not moving, you're just breathing and you're trying to shut off your brain. And that's definitely the hardest part of the practice, like arriving into the space and just giving yourself to the practice, not knowing how you're going to feel, what you're going to do, because none of it really matters. Just a few more cycles of breath. Feel the natural rise and fall of the belly. Feel the air kind of sliding through the back of the throat. Good. You'll blink your eyes open. Your legs are going to go straight up towards the sky. The block will stay underneath your low back. You can always have a slight bend to your knees. Perfect. Just feel for a second. So it's kind of like an elevated shoulder stand, which is kind of nice to kind of move things around here. So your left leg will stay up in space. If you want, you can keep the leg kind of active the best that you can. It's going to stay directly over your hip. The right leg's going to point. You're going to point it. And you're going to slowly lower it down, only as much as you feel you can go today. If the heel taps the ground, that's great. If it goes halfway, that's wonderful. If it's a halfway mark, that's fine. Good. And then you're going to pulse it back up. So you're going to pulse it back up. So we're going to stay all right side for a moment. I need you to lift from that inner part of the thigh and your deep core muscles. You're going to pull it back up to the left leg, and then you're going to lower it again. So you're just going to move like that. You're going to bring it back up. And try and move on the breath as you lower it down. So just lowering and lifting and bringing it back up to that height. Perfect. Just the right leg right now. Try and keep the legs as straight as possible. The second you feel that right leg starting to bend, that's probably a good time to stop. So do it again. Good. One more on the right side. Bring it back up to meet the left. And then you're going to keep your right leg in space, point your left toes, and lower your left leg. So just doing independent leg lifts here. But you're working from deep within your core muscles. Yep. And your palms are on the ground. So it's like a spreading of the shoulder blades. So when you lift, you're kind of lifting from those core muscles and from the inner thigh, and you're just feeling the movement. Yep. Some of us feel a little bit, some of us feel a lot. Don't make it feel like too much, just enough. You keep lifting and lowering. Moving on the breath. Good. One more time, bring it back up to meet the right. And then we're going to scissor the leg. So it's going to be opposite leg, opposite like back, but back up towards the sky. There you go. So scissor, opposite leg. Just like that, nice and slow. Even if you're doing little baby scissors, that's fine. If you can lower more, you lower more. Move on the breath. Scissor. Feel your lower back spread. Just beginning to feel. Good. Come back up. Legs straight up towards the sky. Your arms are going to reach straight up towards the ceiling. The shoulder blades are going to lift up off the ground. The neck is going to stay very neutral. The legs are going to stay directly over the block. And you're going to pulse directly up towards the toes, kind of like you're reaching for a rope around the base of the feet. Good. You're going to pulse up for 1, 2, 3, not with your neck, with your core. Legs stay straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the lifts of the legs, but you're going to lower them on a little bit of an angle. The hands are going to reach forward towards those shins for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the lift of the legs. The arms are going to go straight back towards the back of the room. And you're going to make little tiny crunches for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs straight up, hands behind the head. Last time, elbows open. The scissor the legs for 20, 19, 18. Back of the shoulders lift is going to be more intense. There you go. Elbows point towards the ceiling, so there's a spreading of the chest. Here you go. There, nice, Sam. 10, 9, breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the legs in half. Take the feet back down to the mat. Little baby bridge. Lift the hips up enough. Remove the block out. Take the feet the width of the mat and let your knees knock in. There you go. Good. Keeping your knees wide, your feet wide. Just drop your knees over to the right. So the right leg will be a little higher than the left. Yeah. Perfect. So it's like a little bit of a windshield washer. Perfect. And then come up through center. You're going to bring your hips to center and then drop your knees a little to the left. So the left leg will be a little higher than the right. The right's like more on an angle facing down. Good. And then come back up to center and give your knees a nice little squeeze. You'll rock and roll a few times. You'll cross your ankles and you'll step up into a tabletop position. When you arrive into this tabletop position, stack your body up nicely. Fingers forward. Yeah, creases of the wrist forward. Integrate your back right leg straight back. So engage the leg straight back, like you're giving yourself a little hamstring stretch. And then the left leg's going to join and you're going to be in a plank. You're in plank. There you go. Lengthen your tailbone, stack your body, fix your eyes on something, lead a little with your chest. You can always modify with your knees down. Activate your quadriceps. Dab and separate your feet a little. There you go. Hips go up and back, down dog. Good. So your first downward facing dog. Take up a lot of space this morning on the mat. Breathe. You want to breathe your hips way up off your shoulders. Roll forward plank. Lower halfway to a push-up. Support with your knees down if that's what your body's telling you today. Re-straighten your arms, plank. Hips go up and back, down dog. You got to listen to what your body says. So if your body says, okay, I need to modify. Roll forward plank. Like a wave. Halfway to a push-up that works for you. Remind yourself that you don't want to drop too deep, too low. Natalie, think elbows closer. Yep, re-straighten your arms. Nice, Sam. Plank. Hips go up and back, down dog. Plank position one more time. Move on the breath. Halfway to a push-up. This time lead with your chest for an up dog, or maybe you choose to opt out of the up dog and pick a baby cobra, depending on your body. Hips go up and back, down dog. Breathe your hips way up off your shoulders this morning. Your arms are very active. Your legs are active. Keep your arms straight. Look to the top of the mat. You can step this morning. You can float. However you want to get there is fine. Long spine on the in. Exhale, fold. Yeah. Actually, down here, separate your feet about, I don't know, hips width distance, a little bit more. This always kind of throws everyone, this exercise, but when you're down like this, reach your arm straight back towards the back skinny edge of the mat. And you're just going to thread your right hand behind, do it from behind to the inside of that left shin, and then the left hand to the right shin. So you're just kind of crisscrossing from behind. Yep. And I want you to feel like you pull up on the front of your shins and drop your head. And even if your knees are super bent, so do it like this. From behind, right hand, from behind, unravel, slide it through the space, and then the other hand. There you go. It's a little funky. And then you got to bend your knees and kind of pull up on the pant leggings, on the skin of your shins. You feel that? And then lift your hips and breathe. Good. Unravel the hands. Take the fingertips to line up with the fronts of the toes. Long spine on the in. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Haha. Grab the ball. Yeah. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. The benefits of being tall. Yep. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step to plank. I have no idea what's in this playlist. It's a hodgepodge. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back to a down dog. So just moving and breathing, nowhere else you have to be. Look where you want to go. Step to the top or float. Long spine right here. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. So from the top, just like this, nice and easy. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bend knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step, float through a vinyasa of choice. Jody in the front left, you have a little room. So if you want to move your mat back, just so your head doesn't feel like it's going into the glass door. Yeah. You're in a down dog. Arms stay nice and straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float to the top of the mat. Get there light. Long spine. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. Keep moving. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Long spine to prepare yourself. Step, float through vinyasa. If you're hopping, you should land with bent elbows into a low push-up. Nice. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Arms stay straight. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine at the top. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up. So just kind of have to get out of your own way at this point. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Adding or subtracting what works this morning. Up dog is smooth. You want to press even. Hips go up and back, down dog. One more. Arms stay nice and active. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine right here. Fold. Root to rise. Come all the way up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step, float through vinyasa. Upward facing pulls you through. Hips go up and back, downward facing. Come forward to plank. Lift your right foot an inch from the ground. Point your right toes. Hug your right knee straight in. So as you scoop up your belly, just remind yourself that you want your pelvis very neutral here. Yeah, and your arms straight up and down. Back left leg is super charged up. You want to look forward with your eyes. Step your right foot forward and through. Walk it a little to the right. Drop your back knee on an angle, guys. You can always pad the knee with a little towel or roll up the mat if you need to, okay? Back leg on a sharp angle. You'll be on your fingertips here. And you're just going to lift your chest up enough that your arms can reach straight forward with your thumbs touching. So it's going to look like this. The palms will face down. The thumbs are touching. Does anyone need Tums this morning? So from here, so your thumbs are together. You're just going to pull like a lat pull down. So yeah, so you're kind of hovering over your front thigh, but your back knee is down to support the posture. And then you'll extend back out, right? The thumbs touch. This is definitely going to be one of those tongue twister types classes where I can't get the words out. And then reach forward. Good. Do it again. Hug it in. Try and move on the breath and then reach it forward. Good. One more time. Pull it back. And then on the back, you're going to lift your chest so they're in cactus arms. Hands are going to come behind the head. Yeah, right behind your head, like you're on a pool raft this morning. It's a much better visual than 32 degrees outside. So staying like this for a brief moment, you're just going to take your torso from your belly button to your ribs and turn to the left, only a little bit. Your hands stay behind your head. So you're going in a different direction than you normally would go, right? And then you'll come back through center and you're going to go a little bit to the right. Keep your hips gripping and you'll open up your arms. Yeah. Your hand of your right palm will rest on the back of your left thigh, or your low back if you can't reach. Your left arm will reach up and back. Yeah. Don't force this. This is just a side body opening. It's nothing like aggressive. You'll circle your hands to frame your right front foot. We'll pause together. Your back knee will lift up off the ground now. So the same actions are going to happen with the knee lifted. And I know that it's good to know the modifications. You just repeat the same if it doesn't work for you, okay? So grip your right hip in. You're going to lift your torso just enough so it hovers over the front of the thigh. You'll start with your arms forward, thumbs together. Yes. And then, right. And then you'll slide back like you're doing a lat pull down and squeeze. Nice. And then you'll extend forward. You'll find the extension. The legs are firm and straight. And then you'll pull it back. Do it again, bring it forward, and then slide it back and pause. So on the back, you're squeezing your upper thoracic, your shoulder blades are together. You'll start to lift from your hip bones to your shoulders. Good. And then as you come up, your hands are going to go behind your head. Yep. So you're in a crescent lunge now. Your hands are behind the head. Your back leg can have a little bit of a bend. It can drop down to the floor if you need that, or it's active, strong, and straight. Keeping your hands behind your head, you're going to turn a little bit to the left. And I say just a little bit because you really want to feel that you're moving from a safe place. You're not twisting your low back. You got it? Come back through center and you're going to start to turn a little bit to the right. Now, as you turn, you want to make sure your right knee stays tracking over your ankle and your back leg is strong and straight. Once you find that sweet spot, you open up your arms. Don't get caught up on how far your right arm is reaching back. It doesn't matter. You're standing up very tall, though. You're not leaning all the way forward. The back right arm that's reaching back rested on either the low back or the back of that left thigh. It depends on your flexibility and how your body feels. The left arm reaches up and back, and you get a side body stretch. Good. You're going to circle it to the floor, pause, plant your palms, hug your right knee in towards your navel. Yeah, right knee in towards navel. You're going to hug it in like you got into the pose. And then thread the right leg up and back to a three-legged down dog. Yes. Open up the hip only if that feels good in your practice. For some of us, it doesn't work, but if it does, you open up your hip. If not, you just keep the leg lifted. That's just as good. Just offering suggestions. Good. Square off the hips, extend the legs straight back, point the toe, hug it in just for a brief moment, just because we can, and step the right foot back forward and through. Turn the back foot on a sharp angle, root to rise, first warrior. And as you come up, the hands gather at the top in a prayer, a little offshoot, a off-centered. Something happened and you got confused. It's all good. Spin your left ribs forward, anchor your back left foot. Sit heavier in that front thigh. Take it to the floor through a vinyasa, plank position. Chaturanga push-up. Last through an up dog or cobra, only if that feels good. Hips go up and back, down dog, you reset. You reset your body, your breath, your mind, and your focus. Come forward to plank position and pause. We're going to float the left leg just an inch from the ground. Point the toes. You're dying to hug the knee in. Hug the knee in towards the navel. Yeah. You're dying to keep it close to you. Arms are straight up and down. Step the left foot all the way forward and through. Make sure it's a big, yummy, juicy step. Yeah, drop your back knee on an angle, pat it if need be. Yep, the back leg is on a little bit of an angle, so your knee isn't jamming into the mat. Come to your fingertips. Then bring your torso up enough that you're hovering up off the front of the left thigh. Reach your arms straight forward towards the front skinny edge of the mat with the palms down, thumbs together. Good. Slide the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades like a lat pull down in a gym. You're hovering and holding. Extend your arms forward. You're moving on the breath. And then hug it back and squeeze. Again, arms go forward and then squeeze it back. Good. One more time. Arms go forward and then hug it back. With the arms back in the cactus, bring your torso up. As you rise into the torso, the upright position, hands slide behind the head. Track the left knee so it's over the left ankle. You're going to take your torso just a little bit to the right. Don't get so aggressive with it. It's just a small movement. I actually think this feels really good. Yeah. Come back through center and you're going to bring it a little bit to the left. Don't get caught up in how much you're turning. Stay very upright. Open up your arms. Spread it open. Reach back with that left hand, either to the flat part of your back or somewhere across the back of that right thigh, whatever your reach is. Reach the right arm up and back. Circle to the floor, hands frame the front foot, we pause together. Back right knee lifts up, you're in a low lunge. Set up the stance here so it's long enough, wide enough, and strong enough. Left hip grips in. The arms reach forward and you hover. Arms reach forward and you hover. Your thumbs together at the front edge of the mat. There you go. You're gonna cactus the arms back and squeeze. It's a small movement. Reach them forward, back leg solid and strong. Hug it in and hug it back. You got it, nice, Danielle. Reach them forward on your movement, on your breath, hug it back. One more time, reach it forward and then hug it back and hold on the back so we're all together. Lift the torso up so your arms are cactused. Hands come behind the head. Keeping your body as it is, you're just gonna turn a little bit to the right, just a little bit. So I call this the wrong way. So we're turning the wrong way. And then we come back to center and we're gonna turn the right way to the left now. Good, then we open up the arms nice and bold, nice and big. You breathe your heart and your chest open. And then with that back left arm, you slide it down the back of that right leg anywhere. And if it doesn't make it, hand to the lower part of your spine, fine. From your right hip all the way to your fingertips, you're getting long. Circle it to the floor to frame the front foot. Pause. Active arms, hug your left knee in and up, squeeze in. So you're in a plank with your left knee towards your navel. Extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Keep the leg lifted in space, bend the knee, open the hip, whatever feels good in your body. Keep your shoulders squared off though, Chrissy. There you go, good adjustment. Re-extend the left leg, point it, activate it, come forward, hug the knee in, give it a good little juicy hello, and then reset that left foot forward and through. Anchor that back foot, rise, first warrior. So I think it feels good after all that jazz. So let the hands kind of slide to a prayer towards the ceiling. Sometimes when I do the prayer like this in Warrior One, it's a little off-centered. So I have my arms a little more forward in front of my face. And I feel that back leg press and I feel the left hip rip in. Another big breath in. Hands to frame your front foot. Through a vinyasa of choice. If you're not feeling it today, you just go to dog and you hold there. And there's no judgment. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Now we put it all together. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Long spine. Good. Fold. Chair pose. Shoot up to stand up. Drop your arms alongside your body. Everyone got very serious very quickly. Remind yourself this practice is for you. It's just yoga. Don't take it so seriously. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Chair pose. Yeah. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through a vinyasa. Oops. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, rise warrior one. I didn't want this right next to the computer. Yeah, good idea. Hands to frame your front foot, chaturanga. Upward facing pulls you through. Skip it if it's not for you. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot lands, back foot turns, rise. Now you're kind of like moving and breathing and feeling. Hands to the floor, chaturanga. Some days it feels amazing. Other days it's a struggle to step your foot forward. I get it. We're all there together in different places though. Down dog is where we meet. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top and mat. Sometimes prolonging it doesn't make it better. Long spine, fold, chair pose, heavy in your heels. Stick your butt back a little and allow the natural curve of that lower back to really, feel that. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Keep it rolling. Arms go straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels, chair pose. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Let it go. Long spine to prepare. Step or float, vinyasa. When you pull yourself to the up dog, slide your chest through your body. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns with excitement. First warrior, bring it up. There we go. Chaturanga. Those were happier. Move yourself through. Left foot lands when you're ready. Rise. Feel the ground. It's got you. Yeah. I love that. We're playing a game. Yeah. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. We'll play charades next. All right, guys, here we go. One more. Look where you want to go. Step or float, top of mat. Land light, springy, long spine, fold, chair pose right here in this moment. Hold your chair. Shoot up to stand up. Drag it to prayer. Drop your arms. One more of these bad boys. You got it. Arms straight up towards the sky. Heavy in your heels. Sit, chair. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up. Step or float, vinyasa. Up dog, pull yourself through. Nice. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns. Rise. Warrior one. Looking good. Steer your right hip under, Steph, and your left thigh bone forward. Hips to the hands to the floor, chaturanga. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Left foot forward, back foot turns. Rise. Warrior one. It's worse on the right side. That's so interesting. It's because it's your driving leg. Hands to the floor, chaturanga. Up dog. Hips go up and back, down dog. Nice. Be here. A few breaths. Downward facing dog. Nice work, guys. Let's lift the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Let's come forward and take our right knee to the back of the right arm. Just the back of the right arm, just in that general direction. Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come forward, and you're going to take your right leg across your body to the inside of that left arm. And then you're going to extend it out into a fallen triangle. Yes. Now, if you need to modify this all together, it doesn't work for you and your body this morning, drop your right knee and just take modified side plank. It's the same thing. You got it. If not, the legs are kind of split apart. And I like it when the left foot is kind of turned and it's like a warrior 2 foot. Perfect. Breathe. Top arm to the floor, plank position, hugging your right knee straight in. Hug it straight in, hug it straight in. You got it. Step it forward and through, warrior 2, pull it up. Open it big, warrior 2. Take a second to kind of figure it out. Find it in your body today. Your right knee tracks over right ankle. I don't know why they make these tags so long. It's bothering me. Turn your back toes a little forward. Wrap your inner right thigh open. Looks good. You want to find alignment in your body today, the best that it's going to, suit you for today. It's just a feeling. Remind yourself it's just a feeling. So keep wrapping your right thigh open. What I mean by that is your inner part of your right thigh rolls to the outside of your right baby toe, okay? So you're getting an external rotation. As you sit into this warrior 2, drop your arms and clasp your hands. Now, if this doesn't work so great for shoulders, elbows, wrists, you can always have a slight bend, okay? So you're very upright. You're getting an openness of the chest. You're going to tip just a little bit to the right. So you're creating a side body opening here, but keep spinning your right shoulder. Yes. Kind of keeping your neck neutral. So you're in like kind of hovering warrior two. That's it. Keep rolling your right thigh open. That's the action you're looking for. Sometimes it's harder to be in a hovering pose than the actual pose. So from here, keep the shape of your body and just rest your right arm lightly on the top of your right thigh and take your left arm up and then forward if that feels good in your shoulder. If it doesn't, just straight up or hand to hip. Pay attention to your right shoulder. How light is it? I like the palm kind of forward. Yes, kind of forward. And you kind of practice like lifting it up a little. So you're really not even using it. Yeah. If you're dying to go deeper into the pose, I'm not going to stop you today, but for the sake of today's practice, this is more than good. Yeah, keep swinging your right hip under and turning your bottom ribs. And the breath is with the pose, supporting it. Use the strength of that left leg, few more breaths. Warrior two, pull it up. Come back up, warrior two. Try not to pop back up. A lot of power in this warrior two, a lot of pride. Straighten your right leg on track. Keep your arms very active. Pick your distance for triangle right here. So some of us like a tighter, shorter triangle. Some of us like a little longer, a little wider. So whatever your pick is for the distance, you go for it. If you need the block, outside of the calf is a sweet spot for it. Hand to the front of the shin, anywhere that works. What we're looking for is a nice long side body. Turn your back toes a tad forward. Yep. And always keep your right front leg soft. Yeah, if you want to add a half bind, you're welcome to. If not, just stay with this. Keep swinging the right side of your body more forward. Keep steering your chest open. Stay in the pose and just kind of move the breath into the practice more. If you have the bind and you'd like to keep it for half moon, you're welcome to. Step up, look down, and step up into Ardha Chandrasana. So when we link these three postures together, it's great. The only negative sometimes is your neck starts to feel a little funky. So if that is happening, I know, I've been doing this for a long time. Yeah, look down for a brief moment and just kind of like let it rest and then rejoin the pose. You can always take a breath to reset and re-enter. It's better sometimes. Add in the half bind. Add in the balance that your body is kind of going for, craving today. Maybe it's just staying really basic. So Jody P, take your right side of your body and turn it. Your right side of your body and turn it. There you go. Wherever you are is where you are for today. Lift from your inner thigh, Natalie. Stay with it, guys. A few more breaths. Nice, Jess. It's a beautiful pose. Right foot is forward, right hip's gripping in. Stay with it. Regular half moon, wherever you are, regular half moon. Transition is slow. Look to the floor, thank God. Left hand comes down, square the hips, step the feet to the top of the mat together. Long spine on the inhale breath. Exhale, fold into yourself. Sit heavy in your heels for chair. Weights back in your heels. Arms go straight up. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale the breath. Exhale breath, you're going to twist to the right. So this is more of the normal type of twisting that we're used to. So it may feel like you can do it a little better. Yep, air twisting is totally acceptable. Opening your arms if you want more. Just paying a lot of awareness and attention to the legs and make sure that the hips, the shins, the knees, the feet are all kind of lined up. And the left side isn't swinging past the right. If you're opening up your arms, that's great. Just make sure you can breathe in the pose and you're solid. Point your elbow straight up towards the sky or sometimes even fist your hand into the bottom palm. And that gives you a little bit more energy. Weight stays back. Breath is with you. Pull around to chair. You're heavy in your legs. Chair pose. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Long spine sets you up, step or float through a vinyasa of choice. Keep it moving at this point. Whatever you pick is fine. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Good. Come forward to plank position. Let's take the left knee to the outside of that left tricep. I don't know if I lifted the leg. I might have. Can't remember. Left knee outside of left tricep, or to the back of the tricep, probably better. Keep your arms straight. Re-extend the left leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Come back forward to that plank and take your left knee, cross it over your body. So it's going to the inside of that right tricep. And then re-extend the leg so you're in a fallen triangle, which is a version of side plank. Take this leg a little more that way. There you go. Perfect. Modify if you need with the bottom knee down. Look sideways, look up, whatever you got. Right hand to the floor, kind of square up your hips and hug your left knee straight in. Hug it straight in towards the center line of your body, and then step your left foot all the way forward and through. Anchor that back right foot, circle open, warrior two, come on up. Take a moment to kind of find yourself. Good, wrap that inner thigh open. There's nothing here to guide you except maybe the person in front of you, the energy that they're offering, and kind of your body awareness. The proprioception of the posture, because you enter it all the time. So it's your body remembers that body awareness. Soften the shoulders down the back. Good. Sit deeper. Wrap that thigh open. Good. Drop your arms alongside your body for a moment. If you can remember what grip, good luck. But generally, it's the less awkward. It's more awkward. Cross the thumb and the baby finger. Inhale, lift the chest and the heart. Exhale, you're going to start to tip a little bit to the left. The second that you feel like your left leg starts to buckle in, the pose is done. So keep wrapping that left thigh, Sam, open. And you're kind of in this hovering pose, kind of leading with your heart and chest. Your neck is neutral. There's a strong anchor of your back leg. Keep the exact shape of your body. Nothing changes. You just kind of unleash the grip. Rest the left arm on the top of the thigh lightly and sweep the right arm straight up or up and forward. You should have nice shoulder opening after doing it that way. You can always modify that top arm if need be. So Steph, take your right arm and really reach it forward. And with the baby finger, tip it towards the ground. There you go. Relax the left shoulder. Your arm is almost not doing any work. Pretend like it's not there. Keep swinging that left side of the body forward, gripping your left hip in, and just breathing your way through. Anything you want to add here? Just a few more breaths. Be my guest. Nice, Danielle. Warrior two with power, with energy. Pull it back up. Broad and big across the chest. You got it. Straighten the left leg on track. Keep the power in that upper torso. Pick your distance and find your triangle. So just reminding you, your back toes are turned a little bit on an angle. So the hip is in a nice position. Block to the outside is awesome for a lot of us. These look good. There's a little lean back, but you're not in your low back. Yeah, neck is neutral. If you want to add the half bind, just because like you're kind of craving something with that right arm, it may feel good, it may not work for you. Kind of peel your chest open so you're creating this nice big back bend. Stay with it. Just a little more breath. When you feel like you need to kind of tap out. So look down, keep the half bind if you want, step up into your Ardha, your version of Ardha this morning. Try. Yes, activate your right leg and then press strong through that standing left leg. Watch the left foot, Sam. Has the tendency of turning in. Anything you want to do here. If it feels good, just being basic, just be basic. You're never basic, but you know what I mean. We're far from basic. We're extra special, but add in what you feel feels good. Stay with it. You're doing awesome. Regular Arda, if you added in anything. Eyes to the floor, right hand to the ground, square off the hips, then step your feet together. Long spine first. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Arms reach up. You're going to feel like a new person. Yeah, drag your hands to prayer. That's what this practice does. Inhale, exhale, twist to the left. It clears your energy. It clears for new opportunity. Watch that the right knee, the right hip doesn't swing past the left. Open up your arms if you did on the other side, or just be content. A little more breath, and that's going to kind of fire the pose up. Chair, pull it around. You got this. Just sit 2 inches deeper in chair. You can do it. Shoot up to stand up, drag it to prayer, drop your arms. Just stand for a sec. Good. Standing on your right leg, okay? Everybody's on their right leg. Drag your left leg up to a 90-degree angle. Yeah. So just create a 90-degree angle. Hands are going to go behind the head. So keeping the right leg really anchored and the left leg lifted to a 90-degree angle, your torso very lifted. We're going to go the wrong direction first. You're going to twist a little bit to the right, and it's going to really play with your balance. You may go 2 inches. Keep the lift of the left leg. Come back around to center, and you're going to go to the left. Just a little bit to the left. Very upright. So we're looking for a very good posture. Open up your arms here. So your left leg is bent to a 90-degree angle. Your arms are open in space. This could be the pose. For a lot of us, this is very, very challenging, and you're working on a lot of really good action in your body and your breath. Stay with it. If you like more, okay, your right hand option 1 could go to the outside of that left thigh, and you can kind of just hold on if you need that. Option 2 is to grab the outside of that left foot for dancing Shiva, which is basically standing leg raise with a twist. Keep that left arm really active. Keep standing up very tall. Whatever you've chosen is right for today. Just stand up and breathe into the twist. Even if that leg isn't all the way straight, don't worry about it. It can be bent. Good. Pull around to center. The arms will stay up. The leg will stay bent to a 90-degree angle. We are going to segue into a brief warrior 3. Your hands can stay forward. They can come to prayer. They can always rest to blocks. They can be alongside your body. Your chest is a little higher than everything else, and everything's squared off to the ground, and there's a soft bend to your right knee. The left hand will come to the ground. We're moving into twisting triangle. The right hand, not twisting triangle, twisting Arda. You knew where I was going. Really? Well, that's how it works. Yesterday. That's amazing. Revolved Arda. Yep. Right hand on the flat part of your back. Right. It's awesome because it gives you some guidance. It gives you some info, like where is my body in space? It's good to know. Grip your right hip in, scissor your inner thighs, and if you're able to stack that top arm open, give it a go. If not, you just stay here and breathe. Keep lifting from that inner back left thigh. Yes, you can try pointing the toes. Sometimes that gives you a little bit more lift. 3 more breaths. Right hand to the floor, step to the top of the mat. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold, and just hang for an extra breath. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag it to prayer, drop your arms. When people are aligned, they're aligned. That's how it works. Stand on the left leg, okay? Drag your right leg up. Take everything you do in here in steps. Don't get ahead of yourself. Right leg active, left leg strong and straight, okay? Hands behind the head. You're going to turn just a little bit to the left. Yep. Little bit to the left. Come back through center. You're going to turn a little bit to the right. Open up the arms. This could be it. This could be the pose. Lift the thigh. There you go. Adding on, it's up to you. You can grab the knee, the outside of the thigh. Sometimes you need a little something to hold on to, right? Outside of the foot, the leg that's moving forward, which would be your right leg, doesn't have to go pin straight. So you may be somewhere in the middle. But take the opportunity that you're really warm. We've kind of repeated the motion to try it on. But stand up tall so you're not on your lower back. Deep belly muscles. Pull around to forward, leg up, 90 degrees, arms up. Moving slow through a warrior three, utilize the blocks if you need. Hands to prayer, arms can be forward, arms can be back. Just kind of aligning the body here is what we're looking for. And then from here, moving into your version of twisting Ardha Chandrasana. So your right hand down on the floor on the block. It should be enough forward. So Jody, I bring the block a little closer to you. Yes. Steer your hips, guys, down towards the ground. Lift from your inner right thigh. Squeeze your hips together. There's like a scissoring action. So believe it or not, we needed a lot of the same action when we did our warm-up on the block. It was the same action, the same movement. Stack it open and twist. Two more. We'll segue a little different. Both hands down, pause. Giant step back. You're in a low lunge, but your left leg is forward. Yes. Hands down to the ground. Yes. Crawl your hands to the instep of the left foot and crawl through center for a wide straddle. Wide straddle. Yep. This is separate leg stretching, wide straddle. You're facing towards me. You got it. Great transition. Yes. Take a block to the center, guys, if you have room. Yeah, you just need one. Place it in any direction that works for you. Your left palm's going to stay down on that block. Your right hand will come to the flat part of your back. And then you'll peel open. So it's a wide straddle with a little twist. Yeah. Come back to center. The right hand comes down to the center of the block. Your hand is directly underneath your shoulder. Yep. Sam, I think you went a little too wide. Take it a little smaller. And then peel open. Watch that your right shoulder doesn't turn in. That's why the block is very useful for the majority of us. Natalie, you went a little wide too. You can come a little closer. Good. Right hand down, and this time just fold any direction here. Just fold down the center. You could use your hands on the block. You can bring your forehead down. You can come into an inversion. You went way wide. I know you're super excited. You almost look like you're going to a split. Just walk them in a little closer. Yeah, more. I mean, you got long legs, but a little closer. I know the mat is slippery. You can go up. You can just stay down like this and breathe. 3 more breaths. Anytime you drop your head below your heart, you're creating an inversion. Your legs don't need to lift up off the ground. If your legs went up, try and split them apart to come out with control. Maybe toe tap the toes down and then meet us back in that wide straddle. To get out of the pose today, we'll come to the fingertips, long spine. Let's creep around towards the front edge of the mat. Your left foot will pivot. Your back right heel will pop up, step to a plank. When you hit plank position, halfway to a push-up chaturanga. Keep it together. We're near the end. Up dog pulls you through. Hips go up and back, downward facing dog. The right foot lands, last standing posture. Here we go. Right foot lands, crescent lunge. Yep. So a little different today, guys. You're going to drag your hands to prayer. Yep. Lean way out, and we're going to air twist to the right. You're not going to hook. So I want you to stay up for a reason. Steer your right hip back. You're air twisting. If you want to open up your arms in any direction and air twist your arms, that's great, but you're in a hovering position. Nice, Pam. That's exactly it. That's perfect. Circle to the floor, vinyasa. Take it through a vinyasa. Up dog. Hips move you through, up and back, downward facing. The left foot lands, crescent lunge. Rise. So as you drag your hands to prayer heart, you want to lean way out and then air twist. So you're kind of in this hovering position. Yes. So if you're going to open your arms, it looks more like this. Yes. It almost feels like you're going to launch into revolved Arda again, because it's that whole action we've been working on. Yeah. Gripping your left hip in, activating your back leg, and breathing into it. Hands to frame your front foot, plank. Halfway to a push-up. Up dog is smooth. Hips go up and back, down dog. Right knee lands, let's take half pigeon. Yeah, it's like a gift. Yeah, it's a gift. Yeah. Yeah. It's a gift. Yeah, half pigeon pose, guys. Melt into it. Down dog, switch sides. Just feed the left leg forward. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's just your body has that little twinge and you feel it, you just get out of it. It's nope, not doing it. We don't go there again. We're not going there again. Couple more breaths. Enjoy it. Good. Come up nice and slow. You lean on your left side. You'll swing your right leg forward. Both legs will be forward. Mm-hmm. Flex your feet strong. Bring your hands behind your head. Sit up really tall. Inhale the breath. You're going to exhale, go right. Mm-hmm. You're going to come back to center. Use your core. Exhale, go left. Try not to dump back or forward. So flex strong through your feet. Come back through center. Go right. Mm-hmm. Come back through center. Go left. Good. Come back through center. Go right. Open up your arms. Hands behind the head. Go back through center. Go left. Open up the arms. One more time each side. We're going to add something else. Come back through center. Go right. Open up the arms. Mm-hmm. Hands behind the head. Come back through center. Go left. Open up the arms. Hands behind the head. Come back through center. You'll take that block and place it to the outside of your right calf. We've done this before. Hands behind the right by your side body. So you have to sit up very tall, press into the ground. This is Dandasana. This is a pose. Press strong, firm, activate. Your left leg and your right leg are super charged up. Your toes are sparking towards your nose. The right leg's going to lift around the block. Lift it back to center. So that's 1, 2. Yep. Use your core. 3. Sit up tall. Hands right here. 4. straight leg. 5, keep going. 6, 7, deep core. 7, 8, 9, one more. 10, move the block to the left. You got it? Press. This is something you could practice at home. Yeah, in your free time. Haha. Left leg. Here we go. 1, you got to sit up. 2, you got it. 3, lift. 4, 5, 5, here we go. 4, breathe. 3, sit up taller. 2, one more bad boy. Here we go. Okay. Take your block with you. Lay down. Yep, lay down. Bend your knees. This is how we started. We're going to do the whole class again. Imagine. It wouldn't be anything the same because there's no way I would remember. You lift your hips up. It would be a completely different class. Lift your hips up and find your favorite bridge. We're going to do 2 of them. So with that in mind, if you like a full wheel, you're welcome to just wait for that or go right for it. You can clasp your hands. You can take the block on its highest setting. You're probably ready for that. Yeah, go for it. Full wheel. Good. Exhale the breath lower. If you're on a block, just stay. We're going to do 1 more. So if you're ready to kind of go for that full wheel, flip the palms, bring the chin to the chest, take a giant breath in, and on your exhale, you try and lift straight up. We did a lot of shoulder and kind of chest opening, so it may feel good. Nice. Steer your feet forward. Exhale your breath, start to come out. If you're on a block, you can remove the block slow. Hug the knees in towards the chest, give them a good little squeeze. And then reach for the outer blades of your feet for a happy baby. Pull the knees down around the rib cage. If you can't grab the base of your feet, the second option is to grab behind your thighs, kind of pull behind the thigh knee area down. Yeah. Good. Come up to center, hug your knees in towards your chest, give them a big squeeze, and make like a little cannonball with yourself. Like your eyeballs go into your knee sockets and you kind of tuck in like you're going to jump into a big pool. Keep your body kind of tucked in and then reach your arms right alongside your body and kind of keep this hovering position. So knees in, arms alongside the body. And then as we extend out, we're going to hover the body up off the ground for a few breaths. So the arms can be forward, they can be up, they can be back. The legs are straight at any amount, hovering the ground, and the neck is neutral, looking towards the sky. Holding here for 5. Lower back spreads for 4. Breath is with you for 3, for 2, and then 1. Release. When you hit the ground, set up for Shavasana, complete rest. Everything that we needed to do was done. And if it wasn't, good enough. Complete rest right now, any position that makes you comfortable. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Just be still. Full breath in. Follow it up with a deep, full exhale, breath out. Stay down if that suits you. Arms up over the top of the head, full stretch. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock up to a seated position, facing any direction. Just sit up in this newfound body, sitting up nice and tall. Let the shoulders draw down the back. Take a second to feel. Just feel the effects of the practice. It's always different. Hands to prayer if they're not already. Bow the head. Have some gratitude. Have some closure. Thank yourselves for showing up, most importantly. Lift your head, open your eyes. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. I will see you Friday. And let me know if you have any questions. Always. Good
Thanks,
job.
Julie.
Hydrate yourselves. You're welcome.